What's going on, everybody? Hey, this is your boy JC from JC Eagles Talk. And man, right before I came on here, I checked my phone and I got some bad news. Like, literally, got some bad news. It says the Philadelphia Eagles announced that they waived 3 players on Wednesday. They were undrafted quarterback Jamie Newman, undrafted wide receiver Trevon Grimes, and quarterback turned wide receiver Khalil Tate. They got waived. Trevon Grimes is no longer a Philadelphia Eagle, which is heartbreaking for me because you know how much I like Trevon Grimes. I guess his injury history was a concern, but if you just now tuning in, the Philadelphia Eagles announced that they waived 3 players on Wednesday: Trevon Grimes, Jamie Newman, and Khalil Tate. Okay. All right. So this is now how I wanted to open this live. But hey, let's get into it. All right. Because if you're watching and you are not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like, comment, so we could expand this channel. My goal is to get to 100 subs tonight. If not, it will get it by the end of the weekend. But the first thing on my mind today is this. I joined this Facebook group. It's called NFC East Trash Talk, right? And of course, you know that the main people that was trash talking was the Dallas Cowgirls. For some odd reason, the Dallas Cowgirls think that they have room to talk. Like, they are the most overrated and underachieved team in the NFC East. And the only thing they have to throw in our face is their 5 rusted spiderweb Super Bowl rings. That's it. Like, the Dallas Cowboy fans are so delusional, it makes me sick. Like, all day today, I'm on Facebook and, I'm minding my business. And all of a sudden, hey, somebody send me a message. Say, hey, the Eagles got 1 Super Bowl ring. I know. I saw it. I was alive. I witnessed it. I celebrated. I even have the gear for my Super Bowl, for my 1 Super Bowl win. The Dallas Cowboy fans are so delusional, it makes me sick. And the only argument that they have is they have 5 rings, 5 crusted rings, 5 spiderwebs ring. That's it. Like, they have nothing else to throw in our face. That's it. I'm about to spit facts. Philly Notion, what's up, my guy? Hey, yo. Hey, thanks for your presence, my brother. Hey, I'm about to spit facts to the Dallas Cowboy fans out there. If you are watching and you are Dallas Cowboy fans, this is for you. Like I don't care about the Giants, the Washington no-names. I want to speak to the Dallas Cowgirl fans out there. Since 2010, the Philadelphia Eagles has dominated the division. Period. 91 wins, 4 division title, 1 Super Bowl. The Dallas Cowgirls have 92 wins, 3 division titles, big old goose egg. So you tell me who's better the past decade. Even we could go back 20 years. The Philadelphia Eagles have dominated this division. Yes, the Giants got 2 Super Bowls at that time, but besides that, like I said, if you try and compare the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagles, there's no comparison. Since 2001, like 12 playoff appearances for the Philadelphia Eagles, and compared to 7 for the Cowboys, So you tell me, like, the delusional fans in Dallas make me sick. Philly Notion, salute my guy. Dallas is a hot butt cheeks, bro. Absolutely. They are dumpster juice. Like, I don't get why so many Dallas fans have room to talk. Every year is the same old crap. It's the same old crap. Oh, Dallas is favored to win the division. They don't. Dallas is favored to go Super Bowl. They don't make the playoffs. They are dumpster juice. They are full of fans that's delusional, and I'm tired of it. TA, hey, Eagles fan unite. Yes, sir. Jace, yes, what's up, my guy? The Dallas delusional, absolutely. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with the fans in Dallas. Like, 26 years. This is facts right here. These are the teams with the fewest playoffs wins since 1996. The Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals, the Cleveland Browns, the Detroit Lions, and guess who? The Dallas Cowboys. But once again, every year, they think they're going to do something. And they do doo-doo. Zero. Not one thing. All right? And so this offseason gave the Dallas Cowboys hope. I don't know why. Because they signed a quarterback with one playoff win, 13-20 against team above 500. And they paid him $160 million. Think about that. He did not produce at all. And he stole $160 million from the Dallas Cowboys. I feel bad for y'all. And good luck with your broken leg, Dak Prescott, to lead y'all to a division title this upcoming year. All right? So good luck with that. So let's move away from the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I mean? Because this was not my whole thing, but I just had to get off my chest. All right. So I just had to get that off my chest. All right. So earlier this week, Fletcher Cox made the news, right? He made the news that his work ethic basically came in question. He's not working as hard as Aaron O'Donnell. Okay, stop. Fletcher Cox and Aaron O'Donnell, there are two different people. Fletcher Cox been in the league, about to go on 10 years. He has 54.5 sacks. Aaron Donald, about to go in his 8th year. This dude have 84.5 sacks. There's no way you could compare the two. So if you try and question the work ethics of Fletcher Cox and Aaron Donald, you will lose that argument. To have 30 more sacks and you play 2 more years, there's no comparison. Aaron Donald is a once-in-a-lifetime gifted player that you will be lucky. Like, I love Fletcher Cox. He's been with Philly for almost 10 years. He's the cornerstone of our defense. But the past couple years been suspect to me. Now, he had 1 year with a double-digit sack. 1 year. That was 2018, 10.5. 2018, 10.5. Aaron Donald averages double-digit sacks. 13 last year, 12 the year before, 20.5 in 2018. So please, if y'all Philadelphia Eagles fans trying to compare Fletcher Cox to Aaron Donald, don't do it. Do not do it. And the worst thing about this, what's pissing me off is this. We cleaned house this offseason. We cleaned house. Head coach, defense coordinator, defensive line coach, we cleaned house. So who's spreading the rumors? So I stepped back and thought about it. I think Howie Roseman is the one that's spreading the rumors, point blank. Because I don't understand. If you have a new coach, a new defense coordinator, a new defensive line that just got here. So how he know how Fletcher Cox is? How he know his commitment to the Philadelphia Eagles? So I don't understand this whole story at all. And I think that they just, that Howie Roseman just put it out there so, he could start the train rolling to trade Fletcher Cox. I really believe this is Fletcher Cox last year as a Philadelphia Eagle, period. I mean, I want to know what you think. Do you think after this year that Fletcher Cox is gone or not? And what would you want to trade him for? Naiden, you can legit go to a Cowboys fan and say, yo, you got the Super Bowl tapes on VHS. Absolutely. I even offered to buy this Cowboy fan a VHS. Yo, on me. I even offered to buy him a VHS today so he could watch. So he could blow the cobwebs off the tapes so he could actually see it. Half these Cowboys fans wasn't even alive when they won the Super Bowl. Half of them. So I don't understand why they are so hyped about this season. It's just going to end up like every other season, period. Caitlin, oh, shoot. Hey, my girl. Fly, Eagles, fly. Absolutely. 5 crusted ranks. I can't. Haiti. Yo, I'm telling you right now. I mean, hey, do you think that this is Fletcher Cox last year? If not, then convince me. Because right now, his cap hit is $23 million. His cap hit. We already dealing with Carson Wentz cap hit. We cannot afford to deal with Fletcher Cox cap hit, $23 million. We are trying to build something in Philadelphia. We try and go younger. We're trying to get away from these bad contracts that we gave to these old players. So we cannot afford a $23 million cap hit. Yes, the cap hit go up next year. Yes, the Eagles are projected to have $40, $50 million next year in cap space. But that doesn't mean nothing if we are getting hit, because we are, even if we trade Fletcher Cox, we're going to have to eat something. Like, there's no team is going to take his contract on, period. So what I would do as a fan or as a GM, that's my my GM hat on, I would let him play it out. Just play it out. We did this exact same thing with Zach Hurts. Zach Hurts, he wanted a new contract. I get it. But at the same time, you signed a contract. Did you deserve to get paid a top 4 tight end? Kelsey, Riddle, Hooper. I mean, those are the guys that are, day in and day out are not giving up on their team. So that's why I'm so hard on Zach Hurts. You should have played hard last year. If you played hard last year, you would have been gone from Philadelphia. You would have been adios, amigos, like gone, because team would want to trade for you. But you decide to whine and pound and cry and injuries and this whole year, and now you stuck like Chuck. Nobody want to trade for you because they believe that the Philadelphia Eagles will absolutely let you go before they trade for you. So why would I want to trade for you if I believe that you're going to get let go anyway? So I don't understand that. Somebody let me know. TA, so now the Cowgirls will make your fantasy team. No. Maybe one player, but no, they're not. Caitlin, they are repeats. Oh, man. Yo, if we going hard on Dallas tonight, Haiti, Dallas is dumped the juice. It's over. They say the same thing every year. Absolutely. Every year, they say the exact same thing. Yo, they're going to go to the Super Bowl, make the playoffs, and do big things. But they don't do nothing at all. So the whole Fletcher Cox situation, it's really bothering me because I think undercover, Howie Roseman is a snake. He trying to make himself look good. So he leaked things out. There's no way that the media should know about the internal dissatisfaction with Fletcher Cox. Who's there? Doug Pearson is gone. Jim Schwartz is gone. Like, who else will leak that? So I feel like that Howie Roseman is an undercover snake, and he's the one that kind of put it out there. And now Fletcher Cox, he's listening to this. I would be surprised if he even play hard this year. I would be surprised if Fletcher Cox even give his best this year. Just like Zach Hurts. Like, everybody know after this year, Fletcher Cox might be gone. Especially when you questioning his work ethics to another man, there's no way like he gonna go out there and give 100%, in my opinion. But this is a make or break year for Fletcher Cox, period. If he do not produce more than 6.5 sacks, because our defensive line is beasting. It's better than last year. And last year we got 50 sacks. So imagine how we could do this year. And now we got Ryan Kerrigan. Like, there's no way that Fletcher Cox should not be eating this year. He should be eating every game. Every game. Let me know your expectation for Fletcher Cox this upcoming season. Please. I'm dying to know this. Like, do you think that Fletcher Cox is going to put a Zach Hurts? I don't care. Hey, you talking smack about me. It is what it is. Just get me out of Philly. Or do you think he's going to be out to prove himself? Like, please let me know in the comments. Because this is crazy. Every year, it seems like that there's drama in Philly. Last year with the Zach Hurts saga, which is still continuing now. And now is a Fletcher Cox. So, and he's been on our team for almost 10 years. He's a leader on the defensive line. So I could only hope that Fletcher Cox don't be bitter and start, trickling down the defensive line and making them play bad. So I can only hope that he's more professional than Zach Hurts is, and he actually play according to his contract. He's getting paid top money, top dollars, like beyond Aaron O'Donnell money. And Aaron O'Donnell got 30 more sacks than he does and been in the league for 2 last years. So, yes, he's getting double teamed. Aaron Donald is getting triple teamed. He's still producing. So, what's the issue? Is it a work ethic thing? Or is it just our defensive line is not good enough that everybody is focusing on Fletcher Cox or not? Just let me know. Like, what do you think? Why? Yes, he's been hurt the past couple of years. He had a foot injury 1 year, and then the last year I think he had like a neck injury or something like that. So, man, I don't understand this because there's no way that a guy of Fletcher Cox caliber is getting paid the amount of money that he's getting to be not having double-digit sacks. That's my opinion. So I feel like that something got to give. Something has to give. So I'm dying to know. T.A. Cox, it's hard watching the old staples get pushed out. Look, Philadelphia is rebuilding. I mean, that's clear. I mean, well, they are retooling because Graham is still there, Barnett is still there, Cox is still there, McLeod is still there. So they're really not trying to get rid of everybody. They're still trying to be competitive in the division. So, but something has to give though. Like, I mean, sooner or later, he's going to have to go. If we could get rid of Reggie White, Brian Dawkins, Sean McCoy, D-Jack, Macklin, like if we could get rid of all these guys, we could definitely get rid of Fletcher Cox. Like he is a bona fide Eagles Hall of Famer. Like period. Like his legacy is set in Philadelphia. And just like Nick Foles. I mean, he will go down as one of the best defensive tackle in Philadelphia history. But he needs to show up this year. In order for the defensive line to be successful, Fletcher Cox needs to show up. Point blank. He needs to be as dominant, if not more dominant, than Aaron Donald. Because he's been called out. He's been called out. He even tweets something about, I don't know, something like, man, I can't remember his tweet because his tweet was so cryptic. But he's listening. He's watching. So now, if I know the guy, number 91 from Philadelphia, he is coming out to prove himself, period. So next year, depending on how you play, his trade value might go up, like second round and a player, or he could be like Zach Ertz. We just try and get rid of him so we could get our cap, our cap hit down. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy because Philadelphia Eagles are known to be so loyal to players. But it seems like they're only loyal to players that they want to keep. And I think the one guy that's been there through it all is Howie Roseman. I think he's the snake. He's the one that's spreading those rumors about Carson Wentz want to leave. I'm telling you, like, I don't care what the agent. No, it's Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman was literally telling Doug Peterson who to play, who to start, how many minutes. Like, that's crazy to me. You are a general manager. You put the team together, step back. So to me, that shows me that he wants so much control and the credit when the team succeed. So it's mind-boggling to me. So just let me know your whole opinion on Fletcher Cox, like what you think. Is this his last year? What would you trade him for? Like, what his value at the end of this year? What would you really give up for Fletcher Cox if you even trade him at all? Like, would you try to restructure his contract and say, hey, look, and we'll give you bonuses just to stay? Or would you just trade him next year? So it's all on what the Eagles want to do. So enough about Cox. So PFF, Pro Football Focus, the worst website in the world, in my opinion, finally got something right. All right. So the Philadelphia Eagles last year came into the season ranked number 3. This year, but they kind of got it right. But this year, they are coming in the season ranked number 5, which is still good, and which is top 5, like period. Look, the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line has been one of the best in generating pressure without blitzing. Jim Schwartz do not blitz, period. Last year, we got 50 sacks without really blitzing. With the Fletcher Cox and Brendan Graham, with Ryan Kerrigan, with Hargrave, it should at least be, in my opinion, that our defense should still be ranked in the top 3, if not number 1. So listen to this. All right, so the other 4 defenses that are in front of the Eagles are the Rams at number 4, the Buccaneers are number 3, the Washington football team is number 2, and the Pittsburgh Steelers is number 1. We ran all over the Pittsburgh Steelers last year. How in the hell they are ranked number 1? I don't know. I do not know how they are ranked number 1. So let me know your opinion. Where should the Eagles defensive line be ranked? Top 5, top 3, or number 1? Because we ran all over the team that's ranked number 1, and they didn't do no improvement. So if that's the case, then we literally add one of the top edge rusher and middle linebacker in free agency, Ryan Kerrigan, Eagle terror. Like, he killed us every year. He had 5 sacks last year. 2.5 of them was against the Eagles. And think about that. 5 sacks, 2.5, and you play 16 games. Either the Eagles' offensive line was horrible, or he just loved playing against the Eagles. Like, he only played 38% of the snaps last year and still got 5 sacks. So how we went down, but at least we didn't go to like 10 or 15, because we know that PFF hate the Philadelphia Eagles. So, yeah. So TA was like, how does Cox stats measure up among other players' rank? We only worry about Aaron O'Donnell because that's who, he's not motivated enough to be like, is Aaron O'Donnell, which is, I don't even understand how anybody could be compared to a monster like that. Aaron O'Donnell demand triple team. That's why the Rams defensive line is ranked above the Philadelphia Eagles, because he demands triple team. So that means there's 2 players that's running free at the quarterback. So, I'm just confused. Richie MC, hey, what's going on, JC? Is this stream going to be able to watch later? Absolutely. It should be able to watch later on YouTube, on my channel, or on Facebook. So, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah. So, I mean, your PFF has been the biggest Eagles hater of all time. They rank Jalen Hurts number 31. 31. You have 4 or 5 rookie quarterbacks go in the first round, and you rank Jalen Hurts number 31 out of 32. That's so disrespectful. You rank Miles Sanders number 19 out of 32. That's not even the middle of the pack. 16 would have been the middle of the pack. And so you tell me that Miles Sanders is that bad that he's ranked number 19 out of 32? Like, sometimes I feel like that PFF hate the Philadelphia Eagles. And that's exactly why I think that the Philadelphia Eagles are so slept on. We're going to be slapping some people. We getting slept on, I promise you. The Philadelphia Eagles are about to shock the world. They are about to win games that nobody thought that they could win. So my prediction is, I made a video about that. They will beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home on a short week, and the Buccaneers are coming off a Dolphins game. So I feel like that they have a great opportunity. Tom Brady lost to the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't care what team he goes to, the Patriots, the Buccaneers, the Rams. He lost to the Philadelphia Eagles and the Super Bowl. He hates to get punched in the mouth. And guess what we're good at? Pressuring the quarterback. 50 sacks, we coming after him. So this is why I think that the Philadelphia Eagles are in great position to shock a lot of teams and to turn this whole narrative around that we will finish fourth in the division. Our defensive line is ranked above the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. So if our defensive line is ranked that high, how are you going to tell me that we should finish fourth? There's no like a fourth in the division, and there's no way we should be finished fourth in a division when you rank our defensive line, because the trenches is where you win games. It's not the secondary, it's in the trenches. And we upgraded at linebacker. We got rid of Nate Gary, thank God. And we got Eric Wilson. This dude had 100+ tackles last year. We upgraded. Like our secondary, and then we got Harris. 2 years ago, he led the league in interception. Once again, we upgraded. So how are you going to tell me that we are going to finish last in a division where we are ranked above two other teams in our defensive line? That's where you win the game, is in the trenches. So once again, I'm so confused. So yeah, if we beat Tampa, that would shock so many. Absolutely. Like beating the Tampa Bay Bucks to me would not shock me, because one is a Thursday night game. If you know the NFL, if you watch the NFL, the past few years, it's hard for a team to travel to another stadium on a short week and have literally they play Sunday, or they're not practicing on Monday. So Tuesday they practice. They travel maybe Wednesday. So that is why that is a perfect opportunity to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and start a run. Because after the first 6 weeks, our schedule only get easier. With the Lions, with the Raiders, with the Jets, it only get easier. We just gotta get past the first 6 weeks. In my opinion, if we come out the first 6 weeks 3-3 or 4-2, there's no way we should lose to there's no way that we should lose 4, 5, 6 more games. There's no way. Because that means that you literally got hyped for the Super Bowl champs, and that's it. You need to play every game like it's your Super Bowl, period. That's what the Cowboys do, because they don't make it to the Super Bowl and they still lose half the games that they play. They could only beat on teams that are under 500. It's a proven. The stats don't lie. The Dallas Cowboys could only beat teams that are under 500. Once in a while, they shock, they shocked the world, because on a short week, like they beat the Saints on a short week, on a Thursday week, they traveled to New Orleans and beat them. So, like I said, Thursday night games are unpredictable. So this is a great opportunity, and I want everybody to sleep on the Philadelphia Eagles. With the monster defensive line like that, we don't even need a CB2 that's great. Like, we all want Steven Nelson. Do he even want to come to Philadelphia? And how much is he going to cost? He's 28 years old. I mean, that's not too old. But at the same time, if Gannon is the guy that we think he is in developing defensive back, that we should be okay, especially with our line generating pressure. There's no way that the quarterback should have enough time to target that 1 weak link, especially when we upgraded at safety with Harris back there. and we are going to be blitzing. Like, Jim Schwartz did not blitz at all. But this defensive coordinator and Gannon, he plays to his players' strength. That's what I like about it. Like, I'm excited. Like, literally excited. He literally gave his press conference that I play to my players' strength. If you're good at man, I'm going to put you in man. If you're not good at man, I'm going, do zone. Like, anything that's geared to the player's strength that he would do. And that's why I like our offense, because it's the same exact thing. Because Nick Sirianni, he only played to his player's strength. Like, he loved to run the ball. And us having a dual threat quarterback, like, it's gonna, if we do not lead the league in rushing, there's something wrong. With Jalen Hurts, with Miles Sanders, with Kenneth Gainwell, with Jordan Howard, with Kerryon Johnson, there's no way that the Philadelphia Eagles should not lead the league in rushing, especially if you want to protect your young quarterback, which he played for his career. Because this is a one-year try. If Jalen Hurts does not succeed this year, the Philadelphia Eagles will take a big step back. Yes, we have a possibility of getting 3 first-round draft pick next year. If Carson Wentz plays 70% of the snap and make it to the playoffs, or play 75% of the snap and don't make it to the playoffs. So we have a big opportunity to build on our team if Jalen Hurts succeed. So let me ask you, what would it take to save Jalen Hurts' job? Like, how many wins? Like, what do he have to do? Like, if he gets 7 wins and ball out, but our defense sucks. So I want to hear, like, what would it take to save Jalen Hurts' job? Like, I'm curious, because I think if Jalen Hurts played better than Carson Wentz, which is not going to take a lot, but just don't turn the ball over, put us in position to win the game. At the end of the game, that's it. Just put us in position. Our defense is going to be better. And that's what I am holding my hat on. Our defense is going to be better, period. And now all you have to do is don't turn the ball over. Yes, he turned the ball over last year. And the stats shows if he had played a whole 16 games that he would have led the league in turnover. But we can't have that. We cannot have that at all, period. Peace Super. Hey, welcome, brother. He says, save Jalen Hurts' job, a strong O-line. The O-line, look, this is the first year I'm going in the season with zero concern for our O-line, because the guys that we have on O-line, the Brandon Brooks, Jason Kelsey, Johnson, Mariota. I mean, these guys are hungry. And that's one thing I like about this coaching staff. It's all competition. Nothing is free. I don't care if you've been here for 10 years or 10 days. You will compete. If you're not good enough, then the next guy will take over. But the thing is, we have backups this year that are capable of starting. That's the difference. Last year, we literally got this guy off of the Baltimore practice squad, this Brown guy, that he was tying his cleats while Carson Wentz was getting his head beat in. He was tying his cleats. But this year, there's no way, because the Eagles did a great job of drafting in the trenches. Offensive line, defensive line, middle linebacker with the free agent signing. I'm telling you, they did an outstanding job. So we are more prepared to sustain injury this year. I'm not going with that we don't. But if we do, we are more prepared this year than any other year to slide somebody in. If Jason Kelsey go down, We have Lennon Dickerson. This dude won the best center trophy in college football. The best center. And we got him in second round because he, of course, tore his ACL. He tore both of them. But at the same time, he played in Alabama. And if you know anything about Alabama, these guys, they are hard workers. Like, we are getting high praise about Lennon Dickerson, and he's not even practicing. I mean, just him being there for the guys and, like learning and stuff. So I'm more prepared this year than any other year to sustain injury on our O-line, which I hope we don't. But if we do, we definitely not going to be like last year. Last year was, wow, I've never seen it before, how bad an offensive line could literally be diminished. And the only person that was there the whole year was Jason Kelce. That's it. You lose your left tackle, your left guard, your right tackle, your right guard. The only person that's there was Jason Kelce. But this year, we are ready. I'm telling you right now, our offensive line will be top 5 offensive line. And that's why I feel so confident in Jalen Hurts having a big year. People are asleep. If you read the chats, these other teams, the Cowboys, the Little Giants, the Washington No Names, they always like, oh, Jalen Hurts, y'all Eagles fans are depending on Jalen Hurts to save y'all season. No, we're depending on our offensive line, which will be a top 5 offensive line, to stay healthy. If not, we have backups that could come in, that could start on your team, but we are stacked. So I'm prepared more than ever to go into the season with the offensive line. So how do you feel about our offensive line going into the season? What rank would you give them? I mean, just the offseason so far. Yes, I know that injuries happen, and we had no preseason yet. And training camp didn't really start yet. But just off the rumors, the draft, the OTA so far, what do you think our offensive line? How confident are you in our offensive line this year compared to last year? So, I mean, I'm telling you right now, our offensive line and our defensive line will both be in a top 5. Yes, I know P Super say I'm a delusional Eagles fan. I'm not delusional. It's just facts. Just based on the past 2 years. If everybody's healthy on the offensive line with the Brandon Brooks, with Lane Johnson, you're not coming through there, period. So I'm not a delusional Eagles fan. I'm a common sense Eagles fan. Like, I look at everything. Like the PFF ranking. Like, Lane Johnson is in the top 5. Brandon Brooks is in the top 10. So if you have 2, even Jason Kelce, he's in the top 10. So if you have those 3 guys, there's no way that we should be that bad on the offensive line this year. There's no way. You can convince me otherwise. TA was like, anything is better than last year. Anything is better than last year. Bubblegum, full rappers, like, anything is better than last year. Last year, I've never seen it before that everybody on our offensive line was gone. Even during the Super Bowl run, only Jason Peters was hurt on the offensive line. And we still made it to the Super Bowl. Yes, we had to score some points, but at the same time, our defense was top 10 during the Super Bowl run, which is the same exact recipe for this year. If our defense is in top 10 and the offensive line is in top 5, tell me why we cannot beat anybody. Anybody, especially nobody know our plays. Nobody know our plays. We have a new offensive coach. We have a new offensive coordinator, new defensive coordinator. If you go back to Eagles history, every time we had a new coach, we succeeded because nobody knows what you're bringing to the table. Even the Chip Kelly, his first year, he took us to the playoffs because his system was, we're not going to let you rest. You better be in shape. And our guys were so used to it in training camp, and we were beating people. That was Nick Foles' 27-2 touchdown to interception ratio because people wasn't ready. So we got a new coach this year. Think about it. Last year, we was the only team that had the same coach, same offense coordinator, same defense coordinator, and we finished last. Why is that? And then, every other team had new head coach, new quarterbacks, and they finished on top of us because we wasn't ready for what they had planned for us, like what they were running. And plus, Carson Wentz didn't help either, but still. So I believe that we have an advantage going into the season. We have an advantage in the first 6 games. You don't know what Philadelphia Eagle team you're going to get because, once again, both sides, offense, our head coach and our defense coordinator says, we just going to play game by game. So we're just going to play. So at this, like Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, 1 week, he'll run you out of the stadium. And the next week, he'll pass you out of the stadium because he adjusts game to game. Don't be predictable. I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles, just based on the interviews and the way the coaches are, they are going to be unpredictable. And which is why I feel so confident going into this year. Jay, glad Hurts moved just in case. Absolutely. And he's mobile. Carson Wentz, the 2017 season, he was so mobile. You have to move these guys out of the pocket. Yes, Carson Wentz could pass in a pocket, but his passing rating went up when he rolled out. So, and Hurts being mobile, with the RPOs that everybody is running nowadays, Hurts is going to feast. I'm telling you right now, he's going to eat. My prediction for Jalen Hurts this year, going into the season, is 3,500 yard passing with 25 TDs and 1,200 yards rushing and 7 TDs. That's my prediction. That's just for him. So imagine Jalen, Devonta Smith, Rager, Goddard, Fulgham. I can't say Grimes no more because the Eagles, if you came in late, the Eagles waived Trevon Grimes. The one guy that I really, really wanted the Eagles to keep because I saw him as a big body wide receiver, but I guess the injury concern was too much for them to hold on to him. So I'm very disappointed in that because we literally drafted a cornerback in the second round and Sidney Jones with the torn ACL. He didn't even play the first year, and we kept him. And then we just going to let this guy go, 6'5", big body, Mike Evans type of wide receiver, and we're going to waive him? I'm praying that nobody in our division or even in an NFC get this guy because we're going to regret that we let Trevon Grimes go. I promise you, he is, he's a beast, man. He's a beast. Philly Ace, what's good? I'm good, brother. How are you? Yes, Philly girl. Fly, Eagles, fly. 100. Wentz stayed on his back. He stayed on his back last year. And honest truth, I couldn't even blame the whole season on Wentz, but I've literally watched 90% of the games where he was just happy feet back there. He was just happy. Like, he wasn't confident in his throws. And that's why people say that Nick Foles was better than Carson Wentz, because Nick Foles is so coachable. Because Nick Foles is not athletic at all, but he let his mind, he let the play calling, he let his wide receivers do the dirty work for him. And that's why we had so much success, when he came in, because he actually listened to the coach. But Carson Wentz was so, I could do this. I mean, I'm better than this play call. I'm better than this. That he kind of he kind of shook off the plays because he thought that he was better than the play that was calling. So, I mean, but I agree. He stayed on his back, and some of it was the offensive line, but some of it was Carson Wentz just being stubborn. He just did not want to just go with the play calls. I do wish we had more experienced quarterback. Why? Like Lamar Jackson took the league by storm. He won the MVP his first full year starting. Lamar Jackson. Like, he could not. Jalen Hurts is a better thrower than Lamar Jackson, but he took the league by storm, which I feel like with his full, with Jalen Hurts, with a full off season, with the players around him that we surround him with, because Lamar Jackson had, I think, he had this one good tight end, and that's it, really. He had a Brown. I forgot his first name, but he had Antonio Brown, I believe cousin or whatever, nephew or whatever, which was a deep threat. We had deep threats on the Philadelphia Eagles team. Believe that. If you watch Jalen Hurts in college, you will be confident that with the full offseason of him being a full-time starter, that we are in good hands. I promise you. Look what he did to the number one defense last year. The number one defense was the New Orleans Saints last year. He cooked them. He ran for over 100. He threw for over, I believe, 200 or 300 yards, and we beat him. So, I mean, the talent is there. The play calling needs to go with the player. I mean, like they always say this, you need to draft, like a player could be great if he's drafted to a team that will utilize his talent, which is Nick Sirianni. He keeps saying, like he keeps preaching it, I will play my guys towards their strength. Like a Jalen Hurts, he's a runner and a passer. RPO to death. I'm telling you, we are in good hands. If Jalen Hurts is going to be the man as quarterback, yes, absolutely. Like, okay, so Newman got released today. Like, he got released today. Grimes got released today, and Khalil Tate got released today. Newman was the only guy that I saw that could challenge a Jalen Hurts. I'm not worried about Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is too old, period, to even be moving around. So I'm surprised that the Eagles even went after him, because if Jalen Hurts get hurt, I hope he don't. We have to change our whole offense because Joe Flacco is not mobile. So I'm shocked that they released the only undrafted quarterback and Newman. They released him today. So he has no competition. Jalen Hurts today, if y'all were looking if Jalen Hurts was going to be the guy or not, today just said it all. There's no competition left in camp. This guy is Joe Flacco. Think about that. Joe Flacco. We have injury, PTSD. That's why Grimes is gone. Well, I don't think so because we drafted Lennon Dickerson. He's on the sideline right now. He can't even play. Like he can't even practice because of his last torn ACL on both knees. So I don't believe so. I think it's just because we are so deep at wide receiver. And they picked up, man, let me see this. And they picked up another wide receiver. It says, also according, they intend on signing former Jaguar wide receiver Michael Walker. So we got rid of Grimes to sign Michael Walker. I never heard of him. I don't even know if he's in the league or not. But yep, so maybe you're right. And maybe, because of his injury history, that they release him and sign another guy. But they think the Dallas Cowboys is going to win the division this season, but they fan base are delusional. Man, you missed my whole rant earlier. Man, the Dallas Cowboys fans are the most pathetic fans that I've ever run across. They are like cockroaches. Like before the season starts, like the lights is off, they gather. As soon as you turn on the light, as soon as the season start and they start losing, they scatter around. There's nowhere to be found when they start losing. So that's how cockroaches are to me. It's just like you flick on the light, man, they just run everywhere. And I feel like that is the Dallas Cowboy fan. Yes, I have a friend that's a Dallas Cowboy fan. I knew him since 2013. But he's a realistic fan. He's a realistic fan, and some days he's a little delusional, but 90% of the Dallas Cowboy fans, they are delusional. The Dallas Cowboys have never been without talent. The offensive line was the number one offensive line for years and still couldn't do nothing with Tony Romo and now with Dak Prescott. And Dak Prescott is coming off a broken leg, a career-ending injury, and they expect him to be mobile. Your offensive line is getting old. Man, Tyron Smith, he haven't played a full season in 3 years. So, man, I don't understand why they think that just because they paid Dak Prescott $160 million, that doesn't mean that he's going to be playing like a $160 million quarterback. He's not. Your offensive line, you did not address your offensive line. Your offensive line was gone last year, and you hoping that they come back healthy? All right, good luck. Devonta Smith is going to be the best wide receiver in our division. I believe so. I believe that over CeeDee Lamb, that I'll pick the Devonta Smith. Over Cooper, I'll pick Devonta Smith. Over McLaurin, I'll pick Devonta Smith. Over Galloway, because he won the Heisman Trophy. You know what that means? When you win the Heisman Trophy, you are the best wide receiver or the best player in the nation in your position. So I don't understand this. Hey, what's up, Big Play Slave? Welcome back. Salute to you, my guy. You close to 100. I see you, bro. Hopefully you get it in the next 100. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Please like, please comment. Yo, I don't care what comment it is. Let me know if I'm doing something right, something wrong. If you hate my content, look, just let me know. I'm humble. Hey, look, I have thick skin. Yo, I'm an Eagles fan. We finally won our first Super Bowl in 52 years. So I've heard it all with the lollipop ring. And now I'm a Super Bowl champ, a Super Bowl champ. So I've heard it all. So hey, it doesn't matter what you say. Hey, just let me know if you like my content or not. Leave a thumbs up, leave a thumbs down. and so we could push this Eagles channel forward. And my goal is to get to 500 by September, so I could actually go to the games, live stream, talk to the fans, tailgate, and just interview fans, Philadelphia Eagles fans before the game start, drunk fans, sober fans, delusional fans, whatever fans they are. So please so we could push this channel out some more. All right. The Giants fans really think they can't beat us twice in the division, but that would never happen because we own the Giants for years. Fly Eagles fly. Absolutely. Like the Giants fans, the little Giants I call them, if you have a quarterback that trips over his own foot, how confident are you? How confident are you that he will be able to bring you to the promised land? But I don't get this. Daniel Jones, besides Carson Wentz, Daniel Jones is the number one quarterback in turnovers in our division and the whole NFL. Daniel Jones. Yes, he got some, wide receivers and Galloway and that dude from Florida that they drafted. Yes, Barkley is coming back, but you still got Daniel freaking Jones. He's still the same quarterback. He's happy feet in the backfield. Once he getting hit, he's just going to close his eyes like Eli Manning and throw an interception. Trust me, we own the Giants. The past 10 years, we beat them won 20, 30 games. It's like 18. I mean, that's how big the deficit is. So I'm not worrying about the Giants at all because of Daniel Jones. But Barkley, he's a monster. That's my boy from Penn State. But Daniel Jones, man, I could care less. And that's why I'm not worried about the Cowboys because of Dak Prescott. He only throws empty calories. Once the game is out of reach, they start throwing. But once the game is close, Dak is nowhere to be found. He is 13-20, 7 games under 500 with teams above 500. He can't beat good teams. So I'm not even worrying about the Dallas Cowboys about to get their head beat in on week 1. And then they're going to try to say, hey, you know what? We was expected to lose that game. No team go in a game expect to lose. But the Dallas Cowgirls, their fans, they're going to make excuses for them. Big play Slay. There was a dude in a live stream called, and that said that Dak would throw for, what was it? 6,000 yards. Mind you, he was 6,000 yards with a broken leg. 6,000 yards with the aging offensive line. 6,000 yards with Thumbelias and Zeke Elliott. Okay. If the Dallas Cowboys put their season on Dak Prescott's shoulders and expect him to throw for 6,000 yards, there will be an 8-9 team. 8-9, but they can't go 8-8 no more. So it's impossible because it's a 17-game season. But 8-9, you go Cowboys. What Stephen A. Smith said, what can go wrong will go wrong. So if they expect him to throw for 6,000 yards, it's just like asking Carson Wentz to hold on to the ball. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And we all saw last year how Zeke was fumbling all over the place. Zeke was fumbling all over the place like he led the league in fumbles. So that's not changing. He's only getting older. He's not the same Zeke as, 3-4 years ago. In his mind, he's thinking, do not fumble, do not fumble. Bloop, he fumbles. So I'm not worried about. I'll be surprised if Dak throw for 4,000 yards because they are going to protect Dak. And they're going to try to throw it. Well, run it with Zeke and Pollard. So we'll see what happened. But absolutely not. Philly Ace, yeah, right. BP Dak is not going to get six. No, absolutely. He is not. Look, if if I'm a coach or a GM, Jerry Jones, I would go down to the field and say, hey, we better run the ball 20 to 30 times a game. And Dak only should throw the ball to about 15 to 20 times a game. That's it. That's it. Because if you upgrade it on your defense, and that's why people think that Dallas Cowboys are going to be so much better than last year, because they draft some long defensive back. That's the only reason. That's the only reason why they draft a player, because they were long. Not because they had skill, but they were long. Because Dan Quinn is trying to create the Legion of Boom in Dallas. You had Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, Wagner. These players are not on the Dallas Cowboys. They are not on the Dallas Cowboys. So if you draft them based on height, just look at basketball. And just because you tall, that doesn't mean that you could play. Like, how many tall guys have you run into say, hey, you play basketball? Like, no. Like, that don't mean that you could play because you long. Like, you draft player based on their strength, their abilities, not because their height. So I can't wait to see week one. I can't wait to see week one when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers play the Dallas Cowboys. I can't wait. Like, I think the final score will be at least 45-21. Man, that's how bad it's going to be. So Dan Quinn clearly was the head coach of the Falcons, which had a worse defense than Dallas Cowboys. And Dallas Cowboys defense was bad last year. How could you have a worse defense and then you get hired as a defensive coordinator for a team that was bad on defense? So I don't know what Jerry Jones was thinking, but I'll tell you what, he wasn't thinking Super Bowl. He wasn't thinking playoffs. Playoffs? Man, he wasn't thinking nothing like that. He was just trying to get a splash, a big name defensive coordinator, Dan Quinn. You know, he was Legion of Boom, won the Super Bowl. But that was so long ago. Like, so long ago. Like, I was shocked that they hired a Dan Quinn. But I guess anybody is better than Mike Nolan. You know, that was there last year. So maybe that was his thinking. It can't get any worse. Right? So, all right. So, let's talk about our boy, Devonta Smith. Devonta Smith, this OTA has been balling. He's been going one-on-one with Darius Slay. He's teaching, like, Darius Slay is teaching him how to do some things, and he's teaching Slay how to do some things. And that's why I feel so confident in our wide receivers and our defensive back. Yes, I said some things about Slay. Yes, I think that, his tweet that he put out last week was a little bit deceiving, because he put like Claypool, he held Claypool to 21 yards. But Claypool beat our head in last year, 4 touchdowns. So how the hell you hold Claypool to 21 yards and you got 4 touchdowns? So, but this offseason, Devonta Smith is literally making Darius Slay better. Devonta Smith is the bona fide number 1 wide receiver. Number 1. He's acting like it. He's trained like it. He is dropping no pass. Like, his hand is like glue. As soon as he hit it, it's caught. So I can't wait to see him play in preseason, in a regular season, because to get Devonta Smith at the number 10 pick was shocking to me. I made videos about picking, what's his name? Terrence Marshall Jr. because we was picking that number 12. But I didn't think that Devonta Smith was going to be at number 10. So yeah, people are giving me grief about, oh, you didn't like Devonta Smith. I didn't know he was going to be available. And Devonta Smith, I watched him play at Alabama. I watched him torch in the national championship game and first half over 200 yards. I've seen this guy play. Yes, I wanted Devonta Smith from the jump. But once we trade from 6 to 12, there's no way I could have even imagined getting Devonta Smith. But we got the steal of the draft for years to come. The Dallas Cowboys, I think they did it as a thank you from last year when we traded to them. We traded back and they got the center. So I guess they just returned the favor. Hell no. Heisman Trophy winner? You gave it to your arch rival? There's no way I would have did that as a GM. There's no way. I don't care. Because they end up picking the guy that they was going to pick anyway, Micah Parsons. So why would you trade with a divisional rival and you still got the same guy that nobody was going to pick anyway? But Dallas will regret this for decades, for years to come. And I can't wait until he burn out their cornerbacks, because this cornerback that they drafted, this rapper guy, that he shut down Devonta Smith when they played that game. Devonta Smith had over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, he didn't shut Devonta Smith down for nothing. Yes, he got an interception that was overthrown. Yes, he patted the ball down that was underthrown. But he ain't shut nobody, fat man something. And I don't even know his name because he ain't even worth my time. But Devonta Smith is a bona fide number 1 wide receiver. Even ESPN polls have him getting like 964 yards receiving and 7 touchdowns. I got him going over 1,000 yards receiving. What's your prediction for Devonta Smith this upcoming year? Like, I want to see some stats. What is your prediction for Devonta Smith this upcoming season? Like, I feel like that Devonta Smith is going to ball out because the RPO, now people are underestimating how big the RPO is. Nick Foles won the Super Bowl running RPO, and he wasn't even mobile. Imagine running the RPO with Devonta Smith, with Jalen Reagor, with Goddard, with Fulgham, with Sanders, with Kerryon Johnson, with Kenneth Gainwell, with Jordan Howard. Yo, our offense is going to be lit. I tell you that for a fact. Yes, Dallas played Tampa first. Absolutely. They kick off with Dallas. And I think it's at Tampa Bay. So, yeah. What are we going to do? What are we going to do about what? About the Redskins defense? Look, I'm not worried about the Washington football team defense at all. Because, first of all, this year we have a mobile quarterback. Last year, they had the same defensive line, and we was up 17-0 until Carson Wentz just gave away the game. He just threw interceptions and fumbles, like two pick sixes against that defense. So I'm not really worried about, anybody's defense because of Jalen Hurts. I have a lot of confidence in Nick Sirianni. If you look at Nick Sirianni and at the Colts, like the running back was the leading wide receiver because he knows how to use his running backs. So I'm not worried about anybody's defense. I'm worried about our defense get to the other quarterback, because I believe if last year we got 50 sacks and we upgraded in every position, yes, we lost Mills, but we got Harris. Yes, we lost Nate Gary, but we got Eric Wilson. So I feel like that we upgraded in every position. So I'm excited to be about our defense, and I'm not really worried about nobody else. So, but look, I just came on here to just to talk about these news over the past week about Fletcher Cox, PFF ranking our defense, and Jaylen Smith. But look, if you like my content, please like, comment, subscribe, help your boy out. The goal is 100 by the end of the weekend, and it's free to click the like button. It's free to click the subscribe button. So feel free to do it anytime you're watching this live stream. All right. So, but I'm about to head out of here. But until next time, go Birds.